Hare Krishna. So, what do you like about it? Well, life on other planets, universe, what happens after we die. Maybe we should read a book. Huh? What do you say? We have a book around here. We can read something. Every Bhagavad Gita. I can read something from there. Oh, okay, thank you. Right, then, please. Hare Krishna, thank you. Hare Krishna, thank you. Okay. Oh, so many books. No, this book is always good. Don't put it on the floor, man. Books should never be in the floor. Okay. Okay, came something about the universe. I'm going to read from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 9, text 8. The name of the chapter is The Most Confidential Knowledge. Prakritim swam avashtavya vishrijami puna puna bhutagram imam kritsnam avasham prakritir vashat. The all cosmic order is under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again. And under my will, it is annihilated at the end. Purport. This material is the manifestation of the inferior energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This has already been explained several times. At the creation, the material energy is let loose as the Mahatattva, into which the Lord, as his first Purusha incarnation, Mahavishnu enters. He lies within the casual ocean and breatheth out universes. And into each universe, the Lord again enters as Garbhodakashaya Vishnu. Each universe is in that way created. He still further manifests himself as Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, and that Vishnu enters into everything, even into the minute atom. This fact is explained here. He enters into everything. Now, as far as the living entities are concerned, they are impregnated into this material nature, and as a result of their past deeds, they take different positions. Thus, the activities of the material world begin. The activities of the different species of living beings are begun from the very moment of the creation. It is not that all is evolved. The different species of life are created immediately along with the universe. Man, animals, birds, everything is simultaneously created, because whatever desires the living entities have at the annihilation are again manifested. It is clearly indicated here by the word avasham that the living entities have nothing to do with this process. The state of being in their past life, in the past creation, is simply manifested again, and all this is done simply by His will. This is the unconceivable potency and personality of God. And after creating different species of life, He has no connection with them. The creation takes place to accommodate the inclinations of the various living entities, and so the Lord does not become involved with it directly. Indirectly, He is involved. How? By His glance. When He looks at the material energy, the sight, He impregnates the souls inside matter. The shape of the material bodies. And according to Padma Purana, there are 8,400,000 forms. 900,000 species of aquatics, 2 million varieties of plants and trees, 1,100,000 varieties of insects and reptiles, 1 million varieties of birds, 3 million varieties of beasts, and 400,000 varieties of human life form. All over the universe, not only this planet, all over the universe. This is the authority of the Vedic scriptures. We follow what the Vedas ascertain as the truth. We don't believe everything the scientists say. We respect all scientists. But I mean to say, Prabhupada saying that we don't agree that everything is from evolution. Evolution there is, but of the soul. Who's evolving from lower body to higher body is the soul. So Darwin's theory of the evolution lacks this thing, that the soul is the one evolving from lower body to higher body. Because he's coming from Christian background. And Christians don't believe that animals have soul. So that's why he became atheistic. His philosophy, his idea, his theory became atheistic. No God involved, just different body changing form. But Prabhupada said one funny thing. He said, the missing link is my foot on your face. heavy Guru. He said we should kick Darwin's face with the boot. Because now any school they teach this Darwin evolution as a fact. They don't say just theory, they say it's a fact. Isn't it? Isn't? They teach at your school that, and you can disagree, otherwise you will not get good notes. But this is nonsense, I mean to say. It is not proven, it's just theory. They never found the missing link. Anyway, so it's a big challenge, Krishna consciousness is a big challenge to modern atheistic scientists. There are very good scientists who believe in God, They are not atheistic. In the past, there was Newton, Einstein, they believed in God. They were not atheistic. So science can be used to prove God's existence to the people. That's the idea. To speak their own language and convince them. A few years ago, one big atheist who wrote books, famous man, I can't remember his name, but he started studying the DNA of humans DNA. And after he finished the study with scientific research and everything, he changed his mind. He said, now I believe there is higher intelligence. Because not possible that DNA is so complex, so intricate, so perfect, that it's not possible, scientifically speaking, that this could have come by chance. He said that some higher intelligence must have been involved in creating the DNA of humans. So he became a believer that there is God. So even by studying science, somebody come to that conclusion. It is intelligent, of course. So, I hear in the Bhagavad Gita, as it is explained, how this happened. Krishna is saying, I myself, by my will, this has happened. Just by his will. Parasha Shakti Vidhaya Vashivate Swabhaviti Jnana Bala Kriyacha. The Vishnu Puran explained that the Supreme Lord has three main energies, potencies. Jnana, Bala, Kriya. He has many multifarious, unlimited energy, but three main energies by which he creates, maintains, destroys the universe. So, Jnana, Bala, Kriya. By his knowledge, he knows everything. So, creation starts, and souls get the body they had from the previous creation. Somebody had the body of a human, he get the human. He was a bird, he became a bird again. So they continue with their karma from the past creation. It's not that everything is amoeba. They call amoeba. They live all 2 million of years. That doesn't agree. Bhagavad Gita with that. It's just theory. They can't prove that. When Srila Prabhupada heard the theory of the Big Bang, he laughed. He said, when that happened, the scientists weren't there to witness what was going on. They just speculate. Maybe, perhaps, could have been this way, that way. So that's not science. Perhaps, maybe it's not science. It's not a fact. They just don't know. They just speculate. But what the Vedas said, you can't get real knowledge by mental speculation. If you want to get real knowledge, approach Guru. Through cyclic succession, coming from bona fide sampradaya to get real knowledge. No by speculation. Mental mind is limited. How much can we know about the universe, about the creation, just with your own mind jugglery, Not possible. We have to accept higher authority. That's the system advance in knowledge, materially or spiritually, you know. I mean, even in university school, they accept the previous teachers, what they, so they take that and work on that. So but this is very interesting that Krishna is saying, by my will, this is happening. Means he's a person. He's a person. Jnana Bala Kriya. So since he knows everything, and how he knows everything? Because he's in the heart of every being, every living being. Not only within the atom. So even the atom can't have movement, so to speak, unless there is some spiritual energy involved. Not life by itself. Like the Walt Disney movie, that things walk around, you know, the chairs start walking, things like that. So there's all fantasy. In the same way, this whole universe, you see the planets going around in their orbit. There is no accident that they collapse. Who decided that? They said by chance. By chance. This is more fantasy to believe everything by chance than to believe there is higher intelligence involved. It's a common sense thing. Common sense thing. So don't believe all this atheistic theories. You may say yes, yes, but inside you say all nonsense. Anyway, so I want to show you, I wrote the book, and I written this book was originally written in Spanish, but one friend of mine, he translated it into English. He worked before DBT, in Spanish, very well. The name of the book is When Times Get Tough. Okay? And we are the first one congregation to see it. I get complimentary copy to the sannyasis, to Bharat. And the book has poems, stories, songs, parikrama, Govardhan parikrama, the experience about Prabhupada died to leave the universe, everything. And one great Mexican poet, she wrote something about the book. She read the book, she liked it so much, she says in the back cover, her name is Roxana Elbrich Thomas. She is Mexican poet and director, and she published 9 books of poetry in English, French, Portuguese, and Arabic. Her poetry is also collected in numerous anthologies in Mexico, Spain, Canada, and France. Famous. And she said about this little book, the greatest beauty and the deepest wisdom come together in this book that His Holiness Bhaktisundar Swami offers us like spring water, or like the tastiest fruit. Like spring water because it refreshes our senses and washes our soul. Like the tastiest fruit because it feeds our hearts. Because these poems and short stories are a source of joy that is experienced with the soul and heart overflowing due to the teaching that emerged from the words of His Holiness, but also to the ecstasy of His dedication, and which make us participate with the reading that elevate us to the highest peaks of mystical literature from humility. Let's enjoy this gift. Wow. She speaks like a devotee, isn't it? So poets are naturally, spiritual inclined. So another poet also wrote the introduction of the book. And her name is Carmen Mosal. She's from Spain, and she has a degree in Hispanic language and literature from the National Autonomous University of Mexico. Recently, she was awarded an honorary doctorate. Currently, she runs the company Conesh Art and Culture. Oh, well-to-do people. And she wrote very nice introduction to the book. So, I hope you enjoy it. You can get it. The book, of course, has a cost. It cost me like $5 to print it. Anything above that, you can do. It's okay. You can get as many copies as you like. So I'm taking this to Hawaii, where next Friday we're flying to Hawaii with Balaram. I brought with me 100 because I'm going to Hawaii, then to Arizona, then to New York, then France, and I have 100 copies in Spanish because I'm going to Spain also, and then India. No, Russia, Uzbekistan, and India. 4 months tour. I don't know whoever. First comer, first served, they say.
I'll get one.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now we have time, maybe we can question, please do.
I have 3 questions. About whatever we're reading in Bhagavad-gita. When you go to the Washington D.C. Smithsonian, this biggest museum, whatever they display, it's very convincing, like the Darwin theory. Like
Yes.
They show all this, because they have a lot of artifacts.
Yes.
So how do you explain it to the kids also? Because they show like, oh, this is the scalp, and then it's developed like another scalp, and then you see this is evolution.
Yeah.
So how does and everything is based on the Bang, like whatever theory, yeah. So I was just like curious how to tell when the kids like, oh, don't believe it, and because I myself don't understand how the archaeologists still have this like artifacts, and then it's not evolution.
Well, our honest devotees, scientists, they wrote a book about forbidden archaeology. You heard about it. You should get this book.
Yeah, I think it has.
It doesn't speak about spirituality, nothing. Only archaeology and finding everything that contradicts all the scientist theories by actual proven facts. That they found artifacts made by humans from 2-3 million years ago. And according to scientists, humans came into the picture like maybe 300,000 years, 400,000 years, something like that. So they disprove they are mistaken. They don't have the absolute truth. But they have created this paradigm that anybody who doesn't agree with them is rejected. If you come with a theory with proven fact that the Darwin theory is not correct, you will be shown out, rejected. You may lose your job even. Is it true or no? Yeah. So that's the problem. That even scientists are becoming unscientific. Because if you get new findings, they will not accept, because contradict their theories. And since they are very proud to accept when we make mistakes, I mean to say, and do you know who's the person who came with the Big Bang theory? Was a religious person. Before the Big Bang theory, there was another theory about the universe. And that other theory said that there was no God, no creation, because the universe is eternal. No beginning, no end. That was the theory for some time. But this scientist, he was a religious person. He believed in God. So he was studying the cosmos with a big telescope. Mathematical calculations that the galaxies are distancing themselves from each other. Mathematically studied proved, no? So his conclusion was that the universe is expanding. So if it is expanding, these have started from a certain point. So he wanted to prove that there was creation. That creation means there is creator. But some scientists, atheists, they twisted this theory and they made it out like by chance. Everything came out by chance with an explosion of matter. They were not there when this happened. How can they know for sure? They just speculating, maybe, perhaps, could have been this way. But many innocent, ignorant people, they believe this is like a fact. It's a fact. You can't contradict science. That's not science. Mental speculation is not science. It's make believe. It's make believe, that's all. So they may very expertly put their museum and show this skeleton, that other skeleton, see how it evolves and everything. But what is the missing link from monkey to human? What is that species of monkey that evolved to human? What it is? What is this half ape, half man? Nothing. It's just a speculation. And we have to believe everything. We should not be blind to accept everything as true. Because humans are imperfect. They make mistakes. I read an amazing story recently. I think one observatory, Cosmos Observatory, how do you call it? Planetarium? No, not planetarium, but Cosmos. I think it was in Australia or somewhere like that. They have this big, huge to capture sounds from the universe. And they send also sound signals into the universe, to see if there is any response or something. So, and some very rich people, they invested money in this company, millions of dollars, because they were interested in that we will get some message from the universe, And finally, they started getting messages. They started capturing with this huge machine sounds coming out. And they were all excited, everybody, wow. Finally, and all the investor giving more money, and all these things. Finally, they found out that actually was what we call the machine, to heat up the food. Microwave was coming from the microwaves machine at the office. It's a true story. It's a true story. They have unwillingly to admit their mistake, So all the investors were asking for their money back. They have to give the money back, millions of dollars. It's a story. And the NASA, they show this beautiful color picture of the galaxies and universe. It's all Photoshop. There is no color when you take pictures. It's all dark. But they Photoshop the colors to make it look nice. That's why Prabhupada said in this society of cheaters, I'm cheated. So you want to know about the universe, about galaxies, the planet? Read the Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. You will get more knowledge of the universe in these books. There is no way that you can prove that there is a milk ocean in the polar star. That's what the Bhagavatam says. The polar star, there is that's Vishnu lives, Paramatma Vishnu, Shiludaksha Vishnu. Dhruvalok is also found. There is no way to go there to prove that there is a milk ocean there. We accept on the authority of the Shastra. Why? Because you have to accept either the speculators, scientists, or you have to accept the authority of the great sages and God Himself, speaking about His own universe. So who to accept? You have to accept either one of them. So whether accept the one more bona fide. It's like you accept you buy a machine, you accept the manufacturer's direction how to use it. It's the manufacturer. Same way, I mean, Lord Krishna, Vishnu, He knows His creation. So we accept. What is the other question?
The other question, so I've heard from, also it's regarding what we read right now, from another Vaishnava, he was telling that first there was a will of the soul to be separate from God, and then God decided to create a material world for us.
Yes, that's correct.
So this is the first comparison.
First desire,
First
then,
the desire of the soul,
then things happen.
and then the will of the God.
Yeah, Prabhupada said that when the souls wanted to enjoy separately from Krishna, that the karma started in a subtle way, by the desire. Then comes everything. So it is Krishna's desire to satisfy our desire to come to the material world in the first place. Why? Because we are part of Him. We belong to Him. We are His children. So naturally, parents want to please the children. Prabhupada, the son may ask his father, please buy me a motorcycle. I have a friend they have and I want to have one. Father may say, no, it's dangerous, it's not good for you. Let me buy you a motorcycle, nothing will happen. Please, please, please. Finally, father said, okay, you are my dear son, I want to please you. I'm not gonna, but if anything happens, it is your responsibility. So in the same way, we are under our own responsibility. That's the way it happened. But the good news is that He comes Himself, Sri Bhagavad Gita, He sent His representative, He cares for us. He comes as Lord Chaitanya, Mahaprabhu, to give us the process of chanting the holy name of Krishna as the best way to advance in spiritual life. There's no better way in this Kali Yuga to make spiritual progress than chanting the holy name of Krishna, the Mahamantra. So, best philosophy, best food, best music, chanting.
Question.
Yes.
Why do we have, when we are with Krishna, why do we have the desire to get out and enjoy ourselves?
This happened in eternity, Eternity means no time. We can't speak other way but to say when, how. That's the way of our speaking. But when we speak about eternal time, it doesn't have a meaning. When, why? It just happened. Because we are soul, we are minute, we have free will. That's the whole thing, it's a free will. And we don't know that we were with Krishna. We don't know. We are coming from Krishna. Undoubtedly, we are His eternal servant. But we don't know in which situation we were there. We just can't know for sure. Prabhupada gave the example, very nice example. He said, three scholars are talking together next to an apple tree. And suddenly one of the apple falls. So one of them said, the apple fell because of the wind from the north. The other said, no, you're wrong. The apple fell because it was right. It was only coincidence, the wind. And the third one said, no. The reason that the apple fell was because the crows stuck on the branch, and that's why. So three theories. So this is called Kaka Tala Nyaya. Kaka is the crow, Tala is the tree, Nyaya means the logic. So we can go on speculating. It doesn't matter how we fell down or from where. It doesn't matter. Because we are here now. So the important thing is to return to our original situation. That's the most important thing. How would that happen? It's like you go on to halfway movie and want to know. You can play. It's already started. What does it matter? It doesn't matter. I like to give another example. Suppose you are in a big boat in the middle of the ocean, and you're walking on the board, and suddenly you stood on something and you fall into the ocean. And then you're not gonna ask yourself, what did I stood on? Was it a banana peel or pineapple peel or mango? What does it matter? Ask for help, for lifesaver. Then you can find out if you like after you are saved. First be saved. Then. So we like to satisfy our curiosity. Sometimes they want to answer this question. If we were with Krishna, how's that we wanted to come here? There is free will. Actually, Prabhupada said three things about that. He said, we fell from Vaikuntha. He said, nobody falls from Vaikuntha. And he said, the third thing, we are not falling. We are dreaming that we are falling. Prabhupada said three things, not one about this subject. There's no way to know for sure 100%. It could be this way and that way. No. The important thing to know is that by free will, you have a free will. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, one of my children, he's like saying, okay, I don't believe in Krishna. Show me Krishna. Give me facts. Give me this.
Who?
Like one of my sons.
Oh, okay.
One of them is like, show me facts. And I know he has to have a certain.
How old is he?
He's 7.
7.
So he has to have a certain belief, obviously, and to accept that.
Yeah.
And I was trying to explain to him that your talents come from this, from that. He's like, no, I need facts. Show me facts. So,
That's the problem with the schools. They tell them that everything has to be shown materially. I mean, even if God appeared to you, do you have the eyes to see Him? That's the problem, you see. Sometimes they challenge you. If there is God, let Him show Himself to me, then I accept. That's the atheistic idea. Is God your servant? He has to appear to you because you want only. You have to be qualified. Even if you want to see a big person like the President of the United States, you just can go to his office. I want to know. You have to go to secretary, have an appointment, somebody important subject, to discuss. Otherwise, you will not be allowed. So that is materially speaking. But to speak meeting God, you have certain qualification, You know. When Krishna came to this world, even demons saw him, but they didn't acknowledge him as God. No, they thought he's a human, but powerful human, because they have no love, no devotion, no knowledge. But those who were like the Pandavas, the Yadus, they knew, the Vaishnavas, they knew, because they were devotees. So he revealed himself to them. Krishna doesn't reveal himself to everyone and anyone, only to those who are his devotees. He has the right for that.
How to convince a 7-year-old boy?
Well,
As a mom, how to convince a 7-year-old boy?
okay, that's a good question. I will tell him, okay, see, we accept what the book said about Krishna. How do you know that Christopher Columbus didn't exist or was real? Because the book said that. There's no way for you to know any other way just by reading the books. So the same way we know about Krishna, because he was on this planet 5, and there are the books explaining everything he did. He was 7 years old when he lifted the big mountain. That's in the books. So same way you accept the stories and modern history in the books, so we accept the stories from very more old, more ancient stories. That's the way to explain it. I think that's convincing. I mean, how do you know a personality, historic personality existed? Because there is proof. There are the books, the sages who met him. There are. That's the way to know. It's not by direct eyesight. Devotees see here by hearing about it.
I'll try it.
Okay, try that. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure discussing about hearing from you. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Jai. Hare Krishna. Gaur Premanandi. Hare Gaur.